This video may not be needed by everybody, but if you are just having a little bit of confusion about the Splatfest, maybe you have a few questions because it's your first, or even first after the world premiere demo that happened last month, hopefully we're going to clear some stuff up for you right now. So if you're watching this in real time, I'm recording this on September 17th, 2022. The Splatfest was just announced for basically the theme of what would you bring to a deserted island. So you can now pick your team. Basically after that announcement, it's sometime soon after, you get to pick your Splatfest team, and that begins a phase called Sneak Peek. So you essentially have to think of the Splatfest as like 3 phases. Sneak Peek, main event, and there will be a halftime with the main event, which then brings us to the second half. So I just kind of lump the halftime report with the second half. I do have a video on how Splatfests work. This was done before the game had launched, but it still applies. You know, it's just going to be using like future tense speak. But here's what you should be doing right now. Like if you're watching this in real time, or essentially for anybody in the future, this could apply for Splatfests in the future too, is that if the Splatfest theme was announced and you can pick your team, basically consider the time between that announcement and then the first match of the main event. That's all the sneak peek. So during this time, you know, you cast your vote, and then what you do is just play the game, raise your catalog level. So that's what you should be doing right now. Raise that catalog level. So battle, work shifts, and salmon run. Do everything in the game that will increase that catalog level, because you're gonna get conch shells for every single catalog level up. So again, let me kind of repeat that. Every time that you level up your catalog level, you're gonna get 1 conch shell, again, every time. So this is significant. There's 2 things you can do with those conch shells. One, you can spin them at the shell out machine. You know, it's the little gotcha capsule machine in the lobby. So make sure to spend those. I mean, that's like a free spin on the machine. I should also say, before I forget, equip your Splatfest tee. So you get your Splatfest t-shirt once you pick your team. Equip that and start leveling it up. You know, you get sub abilities as you keep playing, right? So equip your Splatfest tee, unlock all the abilities on it. But here's something else really important, okay, is that the number of conch shells that are collected by your Splatfest team overall during that sneak peek time, which is going on right now if you're watching this in real time, it's actually going to have an impact on the final results of the Splatfest, because let's say even if you can't attend like the main event of the Splatfest, this is actually still helping out your team in the sneak peek. So the way that this helps is because in the final results, let's say like the whole Splatfest thing has ended and everything, each of the 3 Splatfest teams gets points tallied in these results. So it's the total votes, like popular vote basically, but you can see conch shells per player during sneak peek. So if your team, let's say it's Team Gear for example, that's the team that I joined for the deserted island theme. Let's say Team Gear's players earned the most conch shells during that sneak peek time. The Splatfest main event begins on Friday. That's the 23rd, again, if you're watching this in real time. So from right now, this is again what you should be doing right now, is earning those conch shells. From right now until Friday, whichever team has the most players getting conch shells is going to get 10 points for their Splatfest total. So again, the votes, like the popular votes, that's going to be 10 points. The conch shells earned is going to be another 10. And then there's 15 points for basically the team that gets the most individual clout. That's like wins from Splatfest battles, but also tricolor turf wars. And for those who haven't gotten the update, actually, we should say, they did tweet out, like the Splatoon Research Lab, basically, the Nintendo, like, official Twitter accounts, you know, they said there are going to be fewer tricolor turf war battles because we saw how broken that was. Team Scissors was leading all the way, and then they had tricolor turf wars, and Scissors just like didn't stand a chance. We'll see how it goes, like on a different map and stuff. And so individual clout from Splatfest Battle Open and tricolor turf war, that's 15 points. But then individual clout from Splatfest Battles Pro, that's going to be another 10 points. So the most a team could have is 45 points. Let's say, you know, Team Gear, Team Grub, Team Fun, the most they could have again would be 45 if they just shut out each of those categories. But that's why it's important right now, you guys, again, to answer that question. I know I'm drilling this home. I just like to repeat it for you guys. Just be playing right now. Get your catalog level up. That's what you gotta do. And so you'll want to spend your conch shells on the shell out machine basically before the Splatfest ends. So again, in the words of Splatoon North America on their Twitter account, you redeem the conch shells at the shell out machine in the lobby, and it doesn't pay to be a saver. Unused conch shells go away when the Splatfest ends. So like they say, YOLO, go crazy, spend those conch shells as soon as you want to when you get them. And just to clear up the confusion, I know that some people on my Discord asked, and again, this is for new people, alright? So don't be like, yeah, this is obvious. So like someone asked me right now, like if we were looking at this at September 17th, they're saying, is every game I play this weekend a Splatfest game, like Turf War and Anarchy? And so it's just like, if you want to be technical, it's a sneak peek game, because you want to level up your catalog points. But if you're like trying to say, is it a Splatfest Turf War? No, that's going to be for the main event. So if you played the demo, if you played any of the past Splatoon Splatoon games, you know this, but if you've never played those before, the main event is what happens on September 23rd. It's going to start at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Convert that to your time zone. It's going to run all the way through Sunday. That's September 25th. Again, 5 p.m. Pacific time is when it's going to end, so convert it to your time zone. That's when it's going to be really obvious. Like, the whole plaza is going to be like nighttime all the time, and people are going to be dancing. There's going to be different music. It's going to be very obvious that like a Splatfest is going on. Deep Cut is going to say it. And then when you actually go into the lobby and you want to play Turf War, it's going to say like a Splatfest Turf War match, open or pro. Refer back to my video if you want to get more details on that. I will link that in the description, top pinned comment. And hey, why not? An end screen right now, which you can click. So check that out. Splat it up. Play right now. Play. And thanks for viewing.